I'm going to take about 30 minutes to show you what's been happening with RedTie recently. The first 20 minutes will show you what we've been doing and how we do it. And the last 10 minutes will show you something I think is very cool indeed. I do say so myself. RedTie builds and sells two pieces of software. The RTT is a web-based template tool for product ordering, and the other is the RTQ, which is a customer-facing online quotation tool. On screen you'll see an example of an RTQ in action. I'm logging in and building a couple of quotes as a customer. Recently the RTQ has had a whole number version change. Version 1 became version 2, it was a complete rewrite. Its ability to expose pricing in pretty much any computation is complete. It's a product you can set up and teach in a single day. Thanks to its simplicity, we don't often hear support needs from our clients, and we're very proud of the RTQ, and yet I'm hardly going to mention it today. It's trouble-free, complete, great value for money, but like today, overshadowed by its big brother, the RTT, our other product. So unless it pops up in questions at the end, I'm going to hide its light under a bushel for this presentation, and let our salespeople demo it should you need to save about 100 staff hours a week in time saving, reduce in-house errors to virtually zero, and transact with your customers even when you're closed. So I'm going to show you the 3.5 most important things that have happened to RedTie in the last 6 months. We've been analysing our business process for security and integrity. We've revolutionised our billing, and with it, the way that we train and support clients. We looked at what the RTT does, and considered how to do that better. And we looked at what we don't do, and decided to beat a path in that direction. Sounds like 4, but it's really only 3.5. So, the fraction first. The half is worth mentioning because it's an ongoing process to obtain ISO 27001. Which demonstrates our serious commitment to deliver our services professionally and securely. Not a whole number because it's not finished yet. The process will be concluded by the end of the year. ISO 27001 benefits our clients and their customers by setting out a strict mandate for security, management process, risk transfer and avoidance, and quality management. Our business will stand up to an extremely thorough audit required to obtain that standard, which means we will have an improved, secure and credible business process. During the audit preparations, a review of our change management structure has introduced a different take on development scrum method. We prioritise development projects, divide them evenly across our team members so that each of them contribute and gain experience in all aspects of our products. We have feature champions, but not necessarily feature exclusivity per developer, which has benefited our clients because we're able to respond with greater resource for having shined a light on the darker corners of our code when they need attention. So the first whole number in my 3.5 is the Academy, and I've written here our working relationship with clients. This is the Academy in action. If you can see the date and times there, you'll see I did my homework on the bus, but this is genuinely in it live today, as you can see. Selling print online is a complicated subject, and one that we hope to simplify with a concise, clear piece of software, but it remains a complicated subject. So we have to ensure our clients are adequately trained, supported and encouraged towards making their first successful web transactions. This year we introduced 24/7 online training with the Academy. It's monitored, searchable and immediate. But it's not a broadcast of dry text which isn't conducive to learning. It's actually a conversation of education. You'll see me voting to the effectiveness of lessons here and commenting as to which bits I didn't understand and didn't like as the user. So the Academy is now an everyday part of making RedTie your software provider, and it's the only way we can make sure that we articulate the latest advice and features in such a fast-paced relationship. We add to the RTT all day long, and we need to keep our clients informed of our progress. Our Academy is on howtowebtoprint.com, the numbers 2, they're called, and you can register on the homepage yourself to log in and have a look. So number 2, is something I call technical debt. SaaS can be a double-edged sword. It affords such luxuries as simplicity for users, perfect growth model, low cost of entry, speed of change and creation of new features, and an ability to diagnose and fix issues from our office here. But there is a temptation to develop at a pace that doesn't befit our standard of work, or to build new features as bolt-ons to existing code rather than refactor to create something more cohesive and a better piece of work. Thankfully, we mostly resist that and build things the right way the first time, but we have had to clear some of the technical debt accrued from the early days where gaps in our product needed to be filled quickly. Sounds worse than it is. Data and transactions were never at risk, but the methods in our code, while they functioned well, may not have been as elegant as they could have been. So on this subject, we're approaching the end of two major projects. This is a complete rewrite of our image library tool, and there are no customers, so this won't be familiar, but you'll see how it is today later on in what I'm doing. It's a complete rewrite. This is where our users log in and build storefronts, configure them, create categories and products, and run their RTT. It's a significant investment of time to rebuild something that doesn't appear broken. However, it's an opportunity for us to bring the existing features in line with modern computing languages. This is .NET, and originally the RTT is written in classic ASP. It includes a heavy use of JavaScript frameworks so that the user experience in the IRT is enhanced. Pages don't refresh, they just record your actions. Navigation is seamless between the settings that they might expect to be guided between, which grants our users a meaningful and valuable interaction with our product. Much of the theory around UX, or user experience, is actually perception and not practical. If our users' perception of the utility is ease of use and efficiency, and if they're improved, then the theory of user experience suggests that they'll take ownership of our product, they'll love it a little more, and be encouraged by its stability and reliability, something that we will continue to work on even once this IRT is complete. I can't put enough emphasis on the importance of user interaction with our software, not only by our clients, but also in the public-facing web stores where their customers also expect to enjoy an experience when making purchases from a piece of software that won't challenge their expectations. UX watchwords are simplicity, elegance, usability, and simplicity. So important, I said it twice. So, still on number 2, the second piece of major refactoring work is something that's been mentioned already by Jamie, and I introduced at the IPEX Media event, last IPEX. On screen, very boring screen, of our 3 main RTT web services and their methods. Very codey, ignore it. So, at IPEX I spoke of our intention to take out the heavy lifting from the RTT and segregate it into separate mechanical worlds. The nerd description of that is that we've devolved the processes within the RTT into a collection of web services which negotiate with each other via APIs. So as far as our clients and customers are concerned, again, we've just built something that was already built. The RTT still does what it always did, but now it does it with greater speed, stability, and capacity for vastly larger numbers in terms of traffic demands. This collection of web services will allow us to enter the next phase of this challenging industry with greater flexibility and capacity for feature growth. So, the postscript to section 2. I'm actually going to demonstrate some of the more tangible changes recently. While we've been refactoring and positioning for speed and growth, we've also actually been creating new things. So, that our clients won't recognise and will certainly want to use soon. This won't be a training session, I'm going to go through them quickly. So, on screen you'll see me whizzing between 2 different browsers. This is because the beta version of our image library tool in Firefox, which is that, and a beta web store in Safari. There's 2 browsers because the movie's showing you the cause and effect of what I'm doing as a user of the RedTie system and then as a customer of the RedTie system. Both of these aspects use individual security, so I can't be logged into both within the same browser at the same time. So I've made a big deal about the user experience, and one of the few things in the public pages that fulfill our promise to constantly improve the product is a marketing page for products. Our existing RTT clients are familiar with today's RTT, and they know that it leans slightly more towards a B2B transaction than it does a B2C transaction. And what I mean by that is what you're seeing there, that the user has to log in before they see anything, and they see icons of products in the category view. The assumption is that they know what they're here to buy already. So our recent changes allow more information, more love, if you like, more sales opportunity. The storefront can be configured to allow non-logged in users to see the category and then to see a page dedicated to each product before clicking through to actually buy that product. That's not big news, but it certainly extends the manner in which our clients can set out their stall on the web and ticks a few more boxes on our prospects lists of requirements. So you can see I'm swiping the HTML from the Wikipedia page on QR codes only to use it as my marketing page in front of my QR code product, which in a second now it will do. So on the subject of marketing, we're adding further marketing capabilities to our RTT in the admin panel. Before the end of the year, our clients will have access to a suite of email marketing tools provided by us to assist them in the promotion of their web stores that they can create in the RTT. Let's just watch that happen. There's the product. I'm not editing the product. I'm being sweet-talked into buying the product. There's the Wikipedia page. So on the same subject of user experience, we have sanctioned anonymous user features, just like you just saw, but we can also demonstrate a completely anonymous use of the RTT. That movie, which I'm going to start again, there. The movie shows me firing up Chrome for the first time, so I'm not logged in, and I'm copying a link directly into Chrome and hitting go, and that's dropping me straight onto this product, which the old RTT would not have done. It's pre-filled the answers to these questions as I'm designing the product, and it's chosen the logos and artwork that it knows I've been here before, and it knows my answers from the last session, but I'm still not logged in. So accessing and editing products when not logged in is something we've not done to date for a number of reasons. Conspicuous in its absence, perhaps, but the vast array of user-specific settings that we provide in the RTT become redundant if you don't know who your user is. So much of what we build and are told is important is lost if you can't identify your customer immediately. So how do you market or cross-sell to an anonymous visitor? Still, we don't like leaving empty checkboxes on our prospects' lists of requests, so here you go. You can now get to the design page of the product, upload images, create orders, behave like a customer without logging in. So one of the other user experience features that's changed is tagging customers. It's long been the case in the RTT that you can restrict products displayed to customers based on who they are. The whole thing is managed by a simple system that we call tagging. So if I have a set of products tagged with the word management and a set tagged with the word sales, I can then tag my sales staff with the corresponding tag, the same for my managers, and then using a single web store provide two completely different experiences depending on who is logging in. So the movie shows the number of categories and products available in this beta store, but when I log in, it establishes who I am and restricts my view. So if you were watching 20 seconds ago, I had hundreds of things I could have bought. Now it knows who I am, I'm restricted to the things for me. So this feature's been revised, and the ability to tag new users as they register is now available, which means you can tailor a store to act differently for a new customer compared to how an existing customer will see the store. Lots of application for that within business and B2C, so